Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Today is February 1st, 2022, guys. We made it. All right, so 1 month down, 11 months to go. Hope you guys met your month this year so far, 2022. I got a little blue boy here, my little kitty. Anyway, guys, good morning. Lou's out there right now. JDH, of course, good morning, brother. Good morning to everybody else. There's 6 of you guys out there. Amazing. All right, guys. We had a little reversal. Okay, so this is basically we're gonna describe what happened yesterday. Okay, so we rallied, and good morning. What's up, James? Good morning to you. Good morning. All right. So yesterday we rallied. Okay, there was about 90% of the volume yesterday was buying. Okay, there was very minimum sell. Okay, so I'm gonna go into what transpired that. Yesterday, because it was a pretty big day. It was like an army of protectors came in and they held the market up. Okay, they held the market up because, and I'm going to show you throughout the and when I talked about it this past Sunday, I was talking about the extreme levels. How when the market dropped, it didn't really drop all at once, right? It dropped, and then when sentiment got very negative, they propped up the market. They propped it up. And then, so the main thing is definitely as momentum traders, we're going to enjoy these rides up. But if you're holding long term, just I'm not really buying it. We'll wait about 2 weeks. We're going to be looking at certain levels to determine whether this market is going to get back on track. Okay, because we're a little bit off track right now, as I'm going to demonstrate to you. But as far as gaining those gaining those wins. Yes, it was a beautiful reversal day. Okay, and if you watch the levels, I hope you guys did well, because we had some beautiful plays laid out for you yesterday in yesterday's playbook. If you did, let me know in the comments, please. Let me know. I love to hear your playbook. Anyway, let's dive in to see what's going down. What I want to go into today is okay. We have earnings. Okay, this is a pretty big earnings week. I usually call this like the all-star earnings quarter, but we don't have all fangs this week. All right, some of them announced last week, but we have a big majority of them this week. All right, so let's go into this. So we have today, we have AM. What do we have? ExxonMobil, UPS. So UPS actually did well. They're moving up nicely. MicroStrategy is going to be a big one. Okay, they have a pretty significant amount of Bitcoin, but they also have a lot of problems with their books and the SEC. So we're going to see how that plans out. I'm interested to find out, because it looks like Bitcoin is reversing a little bit. GM, okay, that's going to affect Ford. I think Ford announces soon coming out, but GM and Ford will announce. Then you have the big one, which is Google. Google already started moving pre-market, and AMD. So those are the ones we're going to be looking at for today. And let's see, because that can really move the markets. All right. So as far as the news front, obviously AMC is moving, UPS. The futures have turned around 45.08. So that's 45.08. That's going to put us around 45.18. So we're going to gap up a little bit higher. We're going to open up higher. Oil went down 87. That's good for the markets. So pretty much across the board, we're high. The 10-year note is down. So again, that's a pretty good sign here. All right. As far as the news, it's just going to be an earnings news. On Friday, remember, we have job numbers coming out on Friday. Okay, so that's going to be a big deal. So yesterday, what happened yesterday was you had a couple of things. You have the army of protectors. Sentiment was getting pretty negative, and that when it gets negative, you usually see a lot of buyers there. What's up, Skates? What's up? I see you coming through. All right, good morning. And then here's the thing. It's also end of month, okay? So you got to realize that. Yes, it was January 31st, end of month. They're usually going to prop up the market. Remember, everybody was pretty much down for the month of January. They're going to start buying it a little bit. So, and you had not one, not two, not three, but 4 Fed officials came out yesterday to calm the market. And this past Sunday, I told you that they were going to do that. What's up, Perry Williams? What's up? Bro? So this Sunday in class, I told you that we're probably going to see a very, very positive, calming the market remarks from the talking heads from the Fed this week, right? And we're getting them, right? It's amazing how these things work at extreme levels. Okay, it just takes for the market to drop about 10-12%, and then they talk. But so again, four Fed officials to calm the market, and they said that they don't suspect that increases to disrupt that they're not going to disrupt the economy by increasing it, which kind of signals to me they know they really can increase rates, right? So they kind of stuck within a rock and a hard place. So we'll see how this pans out. But if inflation goes out of control, and that's why the job numbers are going to be very, very important this Friday. Because if the jobs, again, either way, if they improve, then they can raise interest rates maybe 25 basis points. And that probably won't affect us as much. But inflation is still running wild. If they don't improve, then I don't know what that scenario is going to look like. But again, they can work with the numbers, guys. So again, today, that's what we have there today. Barron's, tech stocks had a historical bad January. No duh. Let's just dive into it. Again, there's nothing really here that kind of stands out, with the exception of yesterday, which I mentioned, Reed Hastings, who is one of the heads of Netflix. Can't remember what his position is, but he bought Netflix. And the significance of that was this, guys, is that he hasn't bought Netflix in a long time. Like he bought, $20 million of Netflix. So that was a pretty good play when your founder is buying Netflix, and he hasn't bought Netflix in a while. And if you guys got into that play yesterday, that was a really, really good play. And it looks like it probably wants to fulfill a gap. So I'm going to go into that right now. And let's go into it right now. All right, guys. So what do we do here? We're looking at market sentiment right now, what the market is going to show us, right? So again, what is the market environment today? So if you're watching this, you're watching the XPX, the NDX, and the Russell. Okay, these are the dailies. Okay, so again, this was the extreme level that I talked about, 42.22. Print that. That is an extreme level. That's was what most people call a beast number. Okay, what do I mean by that? That is the extreme line for this swing right now. So again, it looks like we broke the 200-day moving average. When we broke that, guys, it was just game on, okay, which happened to be 44.30, and then we have 44.51, okay? So we had a couple of levels there, and also this past Sunday, if you watch that 4 a.m., did you see how important that 4 a.m. Hour is? And also the futures gave you a head up that we were going to rally. So again, what are we looking at here? This is going to be lagging. So this is definitely the bottom here for this swing. It is not a bottom, but it's the bottom for this. These are the levels the buyers came in here. Okay, there's a lot of buyers came in. Now, how far do we go up? Okay, how far? Now, remember, I'm not really buying this swing. And I said this weekend is that, okay, we're not going sideways. We're finally going up, okay? But how far, how much power do we have to go up? Okay, now, when I showed you this weekend in 2008, the first swing, it took about 2 weeks to go up, and then we went back down. So, and then this is also called a washout. So, I'm not buying this already. I think that this is the beginning of a bear. I'm still pretty bearish on the overall market, until we can reclaim that 50-day moving average at 46.33 and work our way higher, and then start working our way higher and to go in this range. But if we hit that 50 and turn around, this is the washout. Okay, so this is what I mean. Is this a sucker's rally? And I'm not sure yet, okay? But this low is lower than these lows, okay? So now we broke the 200-day, which is great, and this is market sentiment. The market became very negative here. So if it's too negative and everybody's about to panic, the institutions, the Fed is not going to allow that to happen, because this is everybody would sell. But now you bring some calm and some ease into the market, give them levels of hope, then people are going to start buying things that are on cheap. Buy the dip exists. You have people on TV telling you that this is on sale, and some are on sale, but some are not. So it starts going up, 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 up. You buy, you buy, you buy, you buy, you buy. And guess who's getting ready to come in, right? And then the sellers are going to come in with force and going to drop the market down. The person who gets caught here is usually the guy or the person who bought, right? And they bought and they bought, they bought. And usually retail investors get hurt because they don't, it's like that delayed reaction of, oh my God, I bought, but it could go to the moon and it's going to rocket. And those ideas are not really good to hold on to, okay? Because if you look at price action, you understand what's happening, you know. So right now the MACDs are going to turn, but we're below zero. And if you study the class, I'm going to share a little bit of insight here. The MACDs could turn and go, but not until we cross zero am I bullish, which is probably going to correlate. It's going to correlate with us breaking the 50-day. Am I going to be bullish? Okay, as far as like getting into my long-term position. Not to say there's not stocks that are discounted. I'm going to show you a few that are. But anyway, it looks like we're going to head up there. How much power do we have to get up there? And be careful here because this could be a washout. And what I mean by that, the next leg is going to be boom. Now, how long does that take? In 2008, this one took 2 weeks. They took about 10 to 14 days. Okay. So just not doom and gloom. Just want to make sure I protect you guys and give you the signs to look out for. All right. Now the NASDAQ, again, right at that 200-day moving average of 150.17. Okay. 150.17 looks like it's going to cross. But again, same type of deal. Again, can it get above the 200-day moving average? And can it get to the 50? The MACDs are going to cross, which is positive, short-term positive. It means that momentum is shifting from downward to upward, which is great. But then how long does that momentum last? And that's a key question. But for now, if you're a momentum trader, we're going to take advantage of these moves. Okay, it's earnings week. We have the big guy Google announcing today after the close, and we're going to see on that. That can move the markets. Yes, interesting. Yes, so you're talking about, so Skates talked about the Fibonacci's. Yeah, so the Fibonacci's, I'll just show you what that means. Where is it? It's right there. So Fibonacci's, if we take it from the high to this low, then we're right at that 50%, which is right there, okay? Now, and I'm going to give you a quick, in Fibonacci's, if we get to the 61%, we can still remain somewhat bearish on this swing here, which it correlates with the 50 days, probably going to meet there. So that's probably going to be a level at 45.91. If we break through that, then we're probably, in theory, could start going into a bullish sentiment, which is going to correlate with the MACDs breaking above zero and us probably breaking above that 50. But yes, 100% right. And I'll cover that this weekend with you guys too, how to utilize those Fibonacci's. Again, so now the Russell, same type of thing. It's breaking through. Is it going to go to that 2120? You have one there at 2048, and it's going to break the 50. So again, same type of correlation. If the MACD two lines break above zero, it's going to break above 50, and that's going to be the game changer of us. Maybe the Fed is not going to raise rates. I don't know what they're going to say, right? But anything's possible. The governors are coming out right now and telling us a different story. All right. As far as the VIX, this is how we used the VIX yesterday. If you go back and you see, I gave you this. Now, this laid out the Monday laid out the footwork for us for the day. Now, the VIX, as you were trading yesterday, we gave you the levels to the downside, right? So I said, okay, 21, 27, 34. We had an alert there that actually hit. And then, so really easy. If you're nervous about going bullish, and let's say you see a bullish setup, okay, and I just have my alerts on this thing. So this thing's bing, and I see the bullish setup. It's just going to reconfirm for me, all right, the VIX is going down. So this is bullish, right? So again, that's how we use the VIX, okay? Now, the high never hit, so it's fine. But if I got into my bullish trades, I see the VIX dinging, I got alerted, then it's just going to be like, okay, we're going up. Okay, pretty simple. Now, the VIX wants to go down. So for today, there's a little bit right there of 25.35. Let's say 25.68. I'm going to put, that's a mini alert up there, but that's kind of like where we sold off. It looks like it probably wants to go lower, which is great. That means we're probably going to go higher. So that's my alert. And to just say if the market's going to reverse or just kind of stall, not a big deal. That probably could happen. Now, the key area for the day you're going to be looking at is this one right here is 29.48. If we hit that, that means that we're probably going to pull back a little bit more. We're going to start breaking down a little bit. So pretty simple, and that's where my alerts are. So again, if I don't get those alerts, those are bearish alerts. If I don't get them, then we're probably going to go lower. The VIX is going to go lower. We're going to go higher on the XPX. The Treasury notes hanging steady as long as it stays in this. The market with the Treasury notes, it just, when it moves too fast, it doesn't like it and it has a reaction, okay? But right now it's holding steady. As long as it holds steady here, let the market get used to this idea. It's almost like they're dating at a new level, okay? So let them date here let them get to know each other at this level. But the key level moving forward that you're going to be looking at is that 1.875, okay? And I'm going to alert that. So if we start breaking that on the 10-year note, which is a TNX, then we're probably going to go lower, okay? So right now, realize the market's going up, right? The market's going up. Okay, let me get this. The market's going up, right? So the market's going up, right? And now we have the 10-year note just chilling, hanging out, which is good. Let the market, and the VIX is going down. So again, ride those waves up until it stops. Okay, so let's look at that. All right, as far as let's go into the plays today. All right, so the XPX. We had beautiful entries yesterday. Okay, guys. So if you're watching this system, now this was something we talked about this weekend, right? So on Friday, you got the entry on the 15-minute time frame on the XPX, and it continued into Monday. Okay, continued into Monday. However, if you watch the E-minis, okay, the E-minis, I told you, gives you a heads up. The E-minis didn't stop. They just gave you an entry yesterday of what this was going to look like. And that was a heads up. You can use the E-minis as far as like what is the future going to be of the XPX. So right now we're going to open up at where we're at 4504. It is holding. 4504 is going to put us at that 4524. So we're going to open up slightly above that. So again, this could be the next swing up. And more than likely, we're pretty far away from the 50. What I suspect is probably going to go up higher and then pull back a little bit. And let's see what that happens. On the hourlies, guys. So again, when the MACDs, when the price is at the hours, at the 50-day, when the price of the XPX is at the 50-day on the hourlies, big things happen. It doesn't like to stay there very often. So again, that's another indication. And you look at the MACDs, where were they going? They were going higher. And we broke these levels yesterday, right? I gave you the levels yesterday. Boom, boom, boom. Breaking. The VIX was going down. And this is a nice little opportunity for you to go higher. Now, next level's up. Can we go? Yes, we can probably rally. How far can we go? Looks like we have a little bit more juice here. And we could probably, I would suspect we're probably going to, and we hit everything. We hit 44.95. We hit them all. Boom, boom, boom. Right now, next one is probably going to be some consolidation right in here. Right at that, I would say probably at that 4600, 4607. What was the, let me see here. And this is where the Fibonacci's can give you some insight. So if we got some Fibonacci's here, okay, so if you notice, right there. If you notice, 4592, okay, so that's where it would come. 4592 would be an area that we're going to be looking at for the XPX on the flip side. So 4592, that's going to put us right in there. So right in this consolidation area. Okay, so we're going to be watching it. Now this is going to be pretty strong. Pretty strong, guys. So watch that level again moving forward. Can it go up there? Most definitely can go up there. Okay, so 4592. All right, so as far as XPX, let's see what else we got here. So on Bitcoin, I'm just going to cover this right now. Bitcoin looks good. The Bitcoin is breaking above 38,980. The MACDs are turning. This is very positive for Bitcoin. Now, see the correlation with Bitcoin and the XPX. XPX goes up, so does Bitcoin. All right, so that's usually how it plays. Still in a downtrend, okay? There's nothing really exciting about Bitcoin. Can it base here? We know there's some buyers coming at 33,000 again, and it's trading within this range. Now, the VWAP is 40,000. Now, what I expect the Bitcoin to do, I don't know. It's probably going to rally. How far can it go? Again, but it is forming a lower high. Okay, this is a lower low. Lower highs next. How high can we go? More than likely, when I say don't chase, let it base, let it come back down, okay, break through, and that is the base, and let it break through and watch the 50-day moving average. If you want to nibble here, that's fine. Nibble very little, and you can add to a position if you feel like this is a base. That's fine. You can totally do that. Okay, but watch this level of 40,000. But again, if you feel this is the bottom, nibble a little bit, and then when it comes back down, breaks through, add more, and then that's way you can add more along the way to just kind of show that you're right in the trade. This is the longer term trade. Now, MicroStrategy, if this goes up, guys, this is going to be a good opportunity. Now, they do announce earnings today. Again, I don't know what's gonna happen with MicroStrategy. However, 394. If you see Bitcoin start rallying, this is the play if you want to trade Bitcoin as well. Here's the play. You can maybe buy long calls on this, maybe 3 months out, because this thing will probably move. If Bitcoin starts getting higher, this will probably go up to 700, 800, 900, and that's a nice little trade at 381. Pre-market, it is moving 381 because Bitcoin just moved. Okay, do you see the movements here? All right, Ethereum just broke again. Same type of action. 27.39. Let it go up. Let it base. Okay, if you want to nibble, that's fine. MACDs gave you a fresh set of MACDs right there. All right, let's go into what's going down today. Okay, so today, Google is moving, just broke 2,700. It's trading at 27.26. All right, that is looking like it's moving pre-market. Yesterday, you had an entry here right there when everything started turning and Google ran, broke 2,700. If you traded that, amazing, but everything kind of shifted. So yesterday, again, this was the XPX, the NASDAQ, and the Russell. Okay, Amazon yesterday moved. Okay, so again, everything is moving, everything's being saved. Pre-market looks like it needs to pull back. Google pre-market needs to pull back a little bit. It looks like it's probably going to run a little bit. Let it pull back. Tesla moving. Okay, Tesla is moving. They're buying Tesla. All right, ISRG. Moving as well. So everything's moving on Air, ISRG, and CMG. Now, the thing that I want to cover here with you guys, because I wanted to show you what exactly we're looking for. And I know somebody brought up Ford the other day. So on Ford, all right, this is the daily on Ford, and this is the 15-minute time frame. Now, Ford doesn't move that much, so I don't really trade it, but I did see what we're going to be looking for an entry. So if you notice, this was yesterday, okay? Lotus 4 pre-market, it's at the 50-day. Notice that the MACDs are above zero and bouncing. So at the open, right at that 945, this is where we like to take our trades. Now look at this. This is exactly how we like. This is the entry for this system. Okay, so right there, boom, and boom, right there. That is a momentum trading system. You have momentum on your side, and it's going to rally. Now, Ford only moved 1950 to about, 2035. So it doesn't move as much, but it moved, right? You would have made money on this thing just trading the system. Now, pre-market, it's having it there. Let's see what happens. Does it have enough staying power, or is it going to pull back? Now, Ford will probably move on GM. Ford does have earnings coming up February 3rd, but GM announces today. They will probably move on GM. So that's Ford. And so this is what I'm looking for when I go here. Now, so if you see me going fast, I'm just looking for the setups and the MACDs and a correlation. Now, Amazon, see how it's pulling back? Needs to pull back. So let it watch it at 29.66 if you're looking at Tesla. Right there, could it run? Maybe Tesla can run today. So watch 932 for a pullback or a run. If it can break the highs of 950, it's probably going to run. It's probably going to run today, and it can probably run to 990, and you got 1040 on Tesla. ISRG ran up. Watch it at 279. CMG running. I'm liking CMG. I like the plays here yesterday. Yesterday was a movement right there. Too far away, but from there, but this thing can run. Too far away. Let it pull back to that 1432. All right. This page ran yesterday. This page ran a lot yesterday. Okay. Let me see if I can go into all right, I do have Netflix set up, and I do have Tesla. All right, so Lam Research ran. Today you have AMD announcing that can move the chips. Again, remember I told you, If the chips move, the market's going to react to it. Everybody needs chips. So these guys have to move in order for the market to have a positive reaction. Goldman Sachs heading up higher. Goldman Sachs, if it doesn't go negative, we're not going to go negative on the XPX. Netflix ran. So this is what I wanted to show you on Netflix. And let's see. So let me, all right. So I'm going to go into this one. All right. So Netflix ran. So on Netflix, we're going to be looking at, we're going to be looking at Netflix. So what I'm looking at here on Netflix, guys, and I told you this about yesterday. So yesterday was the hourlies and the 15-minute time frame. This is the hourlies on Netflix. I mean, the dailies. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to show you the dailies. So Netflix, let's look at Netflix. Let's study Netflix for a minute here, okay? Now, pre-2020, Netflix almost went to pre-COVID, right? Actually hit pre-COVID 2020. It's at 350. Okay. Now, Netflix expected, much more competition. Now, something interesting happened with Netflix is that the news, and I think the market's getting ahead of it. You had, what's his name? Ackman came out and bought a whole bunch of Netflix. You had Reed Hastings come out and buy Netflix, okay? That doesn't normally happen at 355. We're pretty far extended. I mean, if I measure this rule here, and this is why I covered Netflix yesterday, because I was like, this is an opportunity now because, whoa. Oh, there he goes. Netflix right there. So Netflix dropped about almost 50% from the highs there. Okay, so now Netflix has a gap here to fill, which is around 505. It looks like it's on its way to fill it. The MACDs are going to turn, and it's probably going to head its way up there. Okay, now also I showed you yesterday an article that Netflix just bought some gaming library, okay, from a European company. So it looks to me like the market's getting ahead of itself and thinking that the Netflix gaming part of their business is about to launch soon. Okay, so that's what's happening with Netflix. I'm expecting that news to probably hit the wire. And if that hits, it's probably going to run back to that 500 level, which you can tell is right up there around 500. So let's see. As far as the move here, look at the 15-minute time frame. It looks like if this starts turning and bouncing off 50 and starts breaking 434, it's going to move today. Now, it can go the other way, but watch that 428 and watch the MACDs here for a move. As far as the hourlies look like, like it's a bit like it can have a second wind or it can pull back. If this pulls back, it's going to reset, but the Netflix play is still in motion. Okay, let it reset. So don't force it. Wait for the proper setup on Netflix. On Tesla, because I have Tesla here too. Tesla, okay, on the hourlies, same thing as Netflix. It ran up a little bit too high. Probably needs a little breather. And on the 15-minute time frame, too far away. Let's see. This is not as strong as I would like it to be. Let's see how it reacts around that 934 for a potential move. Maybe today's a rest day for Netflix and Tesla. Usually this happens after they move so much. Okay, so we got that. What else was I looking at? Oh, let me go back over here and just go with it. Okay, so now we have, where was I? Netflix. Roku running. Okay, Roku ran. This is perfect yesterday at the open. Boom, boom, right? NVIDIA. Okay, so NVIDIA is pretty far up there. It's at 253. Remember, NVIDIA can go, if it holds, it can probably go to 277, 272 area. Does it look like it's going to get there? Ran up a lot yesterday, pre-market. Let's see what happens. Watch it at that 247, 250. Don't chase it. Let it wait for the proper setup. Mercado Libre ran up a lot, pulling back. Is today going to be a rest day? Looks like it. Don't know. Wait for the setups. Apple ran. Let's see what happens at that 174, 175 to get it better. Shopify looks like it still wants to run, still running pre-market. Looks like it might die off a little bit here. Wait for it to pull back to around 963. This thing ran so much yesterday. This was textbook right there, 875 to 972. All right, now we have TTD. TTD is probably going to move on Google's earnings, guys, because these guys, so if Google moves, this is probably going to move with it. These guys do the advertisement sales. So watch this one. This one will move. I think these guys announce next week or the following week. Affirm taking it up. They're propping it up. Let's see what happens here. Again, watch this level of 67. That's where the sellers came in. Can it break through or is it going to sell off? Watch $64. It looks like it's going to be weak here. It might have a rest day today. And again, Upstart working his way higher. Okay, Upstart ran pretty great right there from, MACD's $95, broke through to 110. You had a 15-point move there. HubSpot ran too. Zoom ran. Now, Zoom is being accumulated for the last couple of days, so it looks like it's running. Probably needs to rest today. Let it pull back and set it up if you're looking at that. Bookings ran. ServiceNow ran. Coinbase. So this is the trade we gave yesterday, and it hit them like a T. Boom. Broke up to 50. Broke up. Hit our targets, and is about to run. Let's see if we can get above 200. It looks like it might want to run a little bit more, but this will be chasing a little bit. But it looks like it probably wants to run. See how it reacts there. 200 is going to be very, very strong on Coinbase. All right. What else do we have? Oh, shit. Okay, what else do we have? Let me look here and let's see if, because I have the chips on another page here. All right, so let's look at the chips. Chips are running. So this page ran. Okay, so we have INTU, Qualcomm. As far as the setups for today, Roblex, pre-market. Let's see. I would like it to pull back. It's probably going to come back to that $66. And if it can take out 68, it can probably run. Micron ran yesterday, right? Ran. Let's see. The pre-market highs are going to be pretty strong. They're selling it, but it looks like it probably wants to run. Broadcom. I like Avgo and I like AMAT here. I'm going to show you those real quick. I like Avgo. Let's look at Avgo here. All right, so let's look at Avgo. All right, so here's Avgo. These guys killed their earnings, guys. They killed it. They killed their pre-markets, working his way a little higher. As far as okay, so let's look at this. MACDs are coming to the end. Broadcom, right? Boom, coming to the end. So this swing is coming to the end. Now these are going to be delayed here. It's probably going to head up higher. The 50-day is going to be pretty level, 600, which is also correlates to a nice round number, 600. Okay, but can it get up there? We're at 585 right now. It probably looks, it's a magnet. It's probably going to go up there. Okay, on the 15-minute time frame. Now, look at the hourlies here. On the hourlies, it's a little bit weak. Can it run? Probably going to have a rest day. Look at the MACDs, a little bit tired. And on the 15-minute time frame, looks a little bit tired, which is perfect. But let this set up. If this comes back to the 50, around 576, somewhere in there, and you see the MACDs turning, and maybe this starts turning, going higher, then this could be possibly a play. But as far as the plays that I also, where I want you to, and I wanted to point this out, when you see Avgo or any underline on the hourlies, MACDs right here, and then you see it here on the 15-minute time frame. Okay, this is exactly where you want to load the boat. Okay, right there. And this is what I was talking to you about. Again, when you see that, and you see, and this is what I was talking to my guys this weekend. Okay, this exactly on the hourlies, when you see that and that in both time frames, you want to load the boat on your trades, because you expect a big move. Very rarely does this happen, but it does happen. And when you see these things line up, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. Just realize it is a blessing. And this works on up and downward markets. All right, guys, that was the golden goose right there, guys. If you like that, give me. If you like that, that is this trading system. Now, you can utilize this for any of your stocks. Oh, yeah, but it has to move. If it's Ford or something like that, it will still work. It's just not going to get, the difference is you're going to get $1 And here, if again, I know these are a little bit more expensive. You can do it on $100 to any stock you want, 545, and this moved to 560 or 586. These moves are pretty big once you get this. But it looks like we're coming to the end. So when you have these big moves, it looks like to me, like basically it needs to rest a little bit. It could move higher, but it's a lower probability trade. All right, guys, let me look at spiders to see where we're at there. Spiders, again, hourlies, and so we can set up a trade here. It looks the same. It looks, we're at 450 right now. We hit our target of that 450. Probably looks like it probably needs to rest a little bit. Okay, 450 is going to be pretty strong or pretty hard. Let's see. MACDs are pulling back a little bit. Right, this could probably, let's see how this reacts at the open. It could probably dwindle down. We can probably pull back to that 446 area and see what happens there. But we hit that 450, so we'll see. Next level up here for the spies is going to be that 458, 460 area. It's going to be pretty hard. And so if we break through that, that's going to be the next level there. Then after that, we got that 465 on spiders, SPY. But it looks like we're coming to the end. Could we have an exhaustion buy? Maybe. But I'm looking like more than likely we're probably going to be a little restful day. I'm going to give you the QQQs. Same type of thing. So let's see. QQQs. Let's see IWM. 203 is pretty hard. Okay, 203 might have a little bit more juice. Let's pay attention here, see how this reacts. If this starts going down, then more likely do not get into anything. Let us set up properly. Let us set up. All right, guys, that's all we got. If you have any comments, any questions, let me know. If you like what you saw, leave me something. If you guys are interested in joining us for the class, remember we go live every Sunday for about 2 hours, breaking down this system, breaking down the trades, breaking down the psychology. Now we're going to go into money management. Go in, sign up for the class. Do that right now. Join us for Sunday sessions. Sunday sessions is going to be right there. If you guys have any questions, let me know right now. If not, guys, tell you what, go out there, go get it, stay green. I didn't go on TradingView yesterday. I didn't go on TradingView yesterday, guys, because I had something come about. I'll probably go in there today. What I'm going to do, I'll probably go on there about 15 minutes. If you need a Q&A session on a trade that you're in for this morning or anything like that, we're going to manage those trades and see where the market's going to go. That's when I'm going to use that market pulse. If I see any opportunities lining up for the afternoon trades, then we'll probably set those up on TradingView. But I'll probably be on there about 15, 20 minutes. Join me. If not, will be recorded. You can watch it later, but you probably won't catch the trade because the trades, unless it happens at the time you watch it. But if you want to learn, that's a great way to learn as well. All right, guys, go out there, go get it. God bless. And I'll see you guys this afternoon or tomorrow. All right, take care, guys.